Welcome back everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I am giving you my top 10 niche fragrances, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone, my name is Scented Paradise, and today I am going to touch base with my top 10 niche fragrances out of my own personal collection, starting with one of my most favorites from Roja Dove. We got 1819 Burlington. And what really stands out with this, to me, is the tobacco, coumarin, and this brightness from the grapefruit, lime. Such a beautiful fragrance. It's unique, clean, fresh, spicy, woody, and fruity. And it's sophisticated and very masculine. It's a fresh, invigorating scent for the modern man. It lasts a long time on my skin. Longevity is pretty solid. It's very bright and crisp. It has great performance as well. You can't go wrong with this one for a luxury niche fragrance. Now, I got this from Olfactory LLC for roughly about $170, and you know, you can find this through all discounters where you won't have to pay $300, $400, $500 depending what you're looking for. But since I am talking about niche, this video is all about niche fragrances only. This is my most favorite one from Roja, and I've worn it a few times. The opening is really bright and fresh. I get about 8 hours in longevity. This is great for the spring, summer, and especially in the crisp mornings of spring and summer. It really performs very good there. But I also think you could wear this one during the fall and winter time too, because the dry down is kind of heavy as well. All right, another one I would like to talk about. I picked it up, I think in the beginning of this year. We got Zaharoff Ěxtrêmê. Now this one is a rich, complex scent that is an oriental woody resinous scent that becomes rugged and more refined. It's sweet, dark, smoky, and mysterious. I think it's perfect for any occasion. It has great performance. It's a warm scent. I've worn it maybe a couple of times this year during the summer to see how it really performs. I think this one would really perform better during the fall and winter. I did wear it during early spring. I think if you're gonna wear this during the summer, I think it's really best for them cooler summer days, maybe like, you know, low 50s, low 60s. This one does not disappoint when it comes to performance and longevity. I get a good 9 hours, maybe 9.5. This is an Extrait de Parfum. I mean, look at the juice to that. It's like dark. And I've had this one for a while. I haven't worn it as much. I think I've worn it twice. But I'm going to put this one to the test comes this fall and winter and see how it really performs when it gets to them wind chill factors. All right, another one I would like to talk about is my favorite one from the Tony Iommi line. We got Deified by Xerjoff. This one is a dark decantant parfum that offers a nice blend of leather and rose, making it a well done smoky masculine scent. It gives the wearer that experience of something omnipresent, meaning it's dark and mysterious. This one really performs very nice for the fall and winter. It could be worn on a cool, brisk and summer day in the low 50s or 60s. Far as high heat, absolutely not. I got a really good deal off this one. I got it through someone I know on eBay that gets really good deals on niche quality fragrances, and I already put a dent in this bottle. I really love the saffron, cinnamon, and apple in this. It has some really nice rose and leather. You do pick up some musk and papaya. Beautiful scent. The dry down is absolutely stunning. The sillage and projection and longevity and overall performance is really good. They did a phenomenal job on this one. That's another one I absolutely love. And I still got to check the other, but this was the first one I bought because it fits my scent profile that I like. It's dark and mysterious. It's very masculine. I can't really see too many women wearing that unless they're up for a challenge. And I know some women do go for that. Now, far as women, I could see them wearing this one, 1819 Burlington by Roja Dove. All right, everybody. So, moving on. Another one I would like to talk about, and I got it some point in time this year. I think maybe around April. No, I want to say around May. I got my first Boadecia fragrance. We got Imperial. Now, this one is not for the faint of heart because in the opening it's quite strong and it has an herbaceous tone, but once it settles down, it becomes light and it wears really nice. Far as performance, you know, it's decent. Maybe 6 to 7 hours in longevity. It's not a heavy performing fragrance, but this one, in all honesty, is a work of art. It's a classy and chic scent. It's great for men and women who appreciate the scent profile. It does wear light. In the opening, it's quite strong and medicinal. I pick up a spicy lavender and oud with an herbaceous tone from angelica seed. It is smoky from the birch. It has a nice, rich, masculine scent. The base is luxurious and exotic, very well blended and smooth with some creaminess and Indian sandalwood. Beautiful scent. Magnificent. In a way, to me, how the sandalwood here is and the dry down in this one, it almost has like a barbershop vibe to it. Not saying 100%, but I kind of get that barbershop scent in the dry down. Once it completely reaches that Indian sandalwood and all these other beautiful notes, it kind of has that barbershop scent. I think you guys should definitely check it out. Now, I don't have a full bottle. I got a used pre-owned bottle. I paid about $70 for it from one of my guys on eBay. I was supposed to get a full bottle, but he sent me the wrong one, and I'm okay with that because I got most of my money refunded back to me. Instead, I got this for $70. And it was my first Boadecia, and I can't wait to explore more from this house. Are they expensive? Oh, heck yes. Absolutely. Very pricey. Would I recommend it to any of my subscribers? Probably not that like cheap, you know, cheapies and budget-friendly fragrances, but far as my subscribers who like niche, absolutely. If you want to go that route, and if you could find this one, roughly from 160 to 170, hey, by all means, go for it. I blind bought this one, and I fell in love with it. I've worn it a couple times this year. It's not really for the summertime. I'm going to wear this in the fall and winter of 2025 and really see how it performs. Because from what I hear, this sucker performs pretty good in the fall and winter. All right, guys, moving on. Another one I would like to talk about. It was put on to me by a fellow YouTuber, not so famous YouTuber, my boy Spence. Shout out to Spence. Shouts out to not so famous YouTuber. He put me on to Vertus. And a while back, I was watching one of his videos on Vertus, Soul Patchouli. And if you love patchouli, patchouli is very prominent in this one. This one has this earthy richness to it with this deep aroma of 3 different patchoulis. You got a green patchouli, which gives off this green earthiness to it. It has a hint of citrus and some spices, but you also pick up some sweetness from the marshmallow tree. The scent has like this aura that just kind of hypnotizes you. And I've worn this a lot. I've worn it, I want to say, beginning of May. I've worn it during the summer. And this one performs. It has phenomenal sillage, projection, and longevity. This one does not disappoint. In fact, it really has this like hypnotizing effect to it. And like I said, if you guys love patchouli, I recommend getting your nose on Soul Patchouli by Vertus. Vertus is a really nice, beautiful niche house. Sometimes Max Aroma, during certain seasons, Vertus will be on sale for like anywhere from $60 to max $90. That is a pretty good steal when it comes to niche, because on their actual website, it's like $200. So I don't see a problem spending $60 to $90 on some of these Vertus fragrances. All right, another one I would like to talk about, which is back here, is Vanilla Oud by Vertus. So Vanilla Oud, to me, this is a woody gourmand fragrance that is suitable for the fall, autumn, and winter. I know some people tend to wear this during the summer. You can. You want to know why? Long as it's low 60s, low 50s, springtime, but I think this one really performs the best during the fall and winter. So I can't wait to check this out during the fall and winter of 2025 and see how it really performs. Now, one thing I can mention that was brought up to me by a couple of YouTubers is, considering it's transparent and it really reaches its full potential when it really gets darkened. And what I mean by that, it ages a little more. It doesn't expire, but this has a beautiful scent. The oud here is not funky or anything. Since it has vanilla here, the vanilla with the overall sweetness kind of, sweetens up the oud. So it's pretty good overall. It has a nice tone of sweetness with deeper, like deep smoky notes. I definitely recommend getting your nose on this if you haven't. It's a really good scent. It's a really beautiful gourmand luxury niche fragrance. And I paid about $90 for this one. And I had free shipping, so I got a steal. I get most of my fragrances from Max Aroma, Olfactory LLC, sometimes off eBay through my guy. But lately, I've been getting a lot of my stuff from Max Aroma. They have pretty decent sales, and they're not far from me since I'm in Ohio. They're in New York, so I get my stuff within 1 to 2 days tops. All right, moving on. We got another one here from Vertus that is really nice. And if you're a fan of rose, especially something that is masculine, this does not disappoint. We got Oriental Rose by Vertus. This one is a spicy, powdery fragrance that is quite elegant and masculine. It has given me this experience that is almost enchanting, where the opulence of rose meets this exotic warmth of spices and amber. Such a beautiful masculine rose forward scent. In the air, it's just really nice. It's intoxicating. The opening, it's approachable, safe, it's inviting, intoxicating, alluring. This one also kind of feels mysterious as well. It's kind of like a mystery scent. You know, far as, you know, occasion, I think this is great for any occasion. Casual, for sure. Casual wear, date night. I think this is where it's going to perform best for you. During the night, summer evenings, winter, fall evenings. I think this will really perform very well during the fall and winter of 2025. I've worn this during the summer a few times. I think this one here, as far as how good the rose is and spiciness and amber, this one feels very dapper to me. I think if you dress it up with a suit and tie, it'll definitely do its job where you stand out. You're going to get compliments. I have all these fragrances I own out of my personal collection. I've landed some compliments, especially this one. I mean, this has a beautiful opening. As far as sillage, projection, and longevity, it has great longevity. I get about a good 8.5, 9 hours, maybe more. I think maybe about almost 10. I want to say 10. I give that one, if I was to rate my fragrances here from Vertus Oriental Rose, I give this a whopping 8.6. And I'm being generous, and I'm being 100% honest. Beautiful fragrance. All right, moving on. Now, I know some of you guys lately out there been giving some crap to Mason Francis Kurkdjian, but unfortunately, I got to hand it to him. Now, I am talking about Grand Soir. Look at the juice. Mine is quite dark. When you buy them brand new, they're not this dark. This one I got from Forever Luxe for a steal. I got it roughly for $190, so I saved $10. And this one here is a warm, ambery scent with prominent vanilla and tonka bean notes. It's luxurious, cozy, gourmand-style scent that performs its best during the fall and winter times. Some say it can be perceived as a spicy or resinous accord, but I do not feel or get that. It's more of a nice, boozy, vanilla gourmand scent. As far as sillage, projection, longevity, and all that, this is really nice, pleasant in the opening. It almost feels playful. It almost is like a dessert in a way. It's just so good. It definitely has a booziness to it. And this one performs really good on my skin. I'm not even going to exaggerate. I get about 10.5 hours off this. This sucker really performs. And you do get your money's worth. Yes, it is costly and it is expensive. And I know all you guys are going to say, but there's so much cheaper stuff out there. Well, yes. But you know what? You get what you pay for. So, by all means, you should get your nose on this. Check it out if you haven't. This is my absolute favorite one from Mason Francis Kurkdjian. There is other ones out there that are pretty good that I've checked out. I don't mind getting, but this is my favorite one. And I can't wait to wear this one again during the fall and winter, because that is where it really performs. I thought about selling it because I have so much in my collection, but I decided not to, because I know I'm going to wear this during the fall and summer. As you can see, I haven't worn it as much. It's quite full. All right, last but not least, another niche fragrance I picked up this year, or should I say last year it came out. We got Mancera, Fig Me Up. In a way, this is like a pick me up, cheer me up fragrance. And here's why. Now it makes more sense since it's been sitting for a little while. Does have a coniferous tone of pine. It also has this green herbaceous tone to it with a creaminess of Indian sandalwood. You do get some fig nectar. It's fresh. Plum in here gives it overall sweetness. Very juicy. It also has a lactonic feel. And the fig nectar also, I don't know if anybody else gets this, but I pick up a tannic sensation feel of tea. And I think it's from the fig nectar with the geranium and the way all these notes blend together. I get a little bit of tea in the background. It has this tannic vibe to it. And this is an unforgettable scent. And it does perform. Now, is it for summer? Not really, unless it's low 60s with low humidity, and it's like, like it is today. By me, it's 68 degrees. You could reach for this in 68-degree weather, but I think where this one's really going to shine is in the fall and winter. This is my absolute favorite from last year from Mancera. And let's talk about Mancera for a little bit longer. I think Mancera from Pierre Montal is a great step into niche fragrances where you get into other niche quality colognes out there. I think this is a beginner's house to get into because a lot of their fragrances are roughly $50-$60. Unless you're buying something brand new, you're going to pay full retail. I paid about $190 for this with 10% off. I got it for about roughly $180. I do want to pick up a new one I saw from Mancera this year, Explicit Vanilla. It is a gourmand. I'm curious about that one. And I can't wait until that intense French Riviera drops. Not to get off topic, are any of you guys ever curious about that one? All right, moving on. Last but not least, my one and only from Parfum de Marly. My very first one. And I almost was going to sell it, but glad I didn't. Here we got Kalan. Yes. Is a clean, fresh, oriental, spicy scent with a solar note. Some say they almost pick up something along the lines of rubber. And I could kind of see that, the way how all these notes blend together. I do kind of pick up that rubber tone. Kalan is great for the evening wears, something formal, or events, they say. I've worn this during the spring and summer. It performs pretty good. However, this one does feel more dapper, where you kind of want to dress it up. And I'm not saying all the way suit and tie unless you want to. I think it's great for casual wear. A simple polo khaki pants, khaki shorts, and casual shoes, and you're good to go. All right, everybody, there is my top 10 niche fragrances out of my personal collection. I hope everybody enjoys their weekday. So how many of you guys out here have any of these top 10 niche fragrances that I talked about? Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you appreciate them? Drop a like, drop a comment, and let me know what you think about my top 10 niche fragrances out of my personal collection in 2025. All right, everybody. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Have a good day, everybody. Peace out. And remember, smell your best out there. God bless.